Hey everyone, so it's me. You haven't seen me for a while. I have been so super busy, doing products and content and stuff. And I know I said I would come to you every single Friday, and I promise I will do so more. I have just been run off my feet. The 1 week I was really sick, Mother Nature kicked my okay. The other week I had the worst cold since for whenever. And the last week I had to go and do a little project, and now I'm back. So I hope you miss me because I've missed you. So let's just talk about some of the stuff that's going on at the moment. I am just topping up my makeup because, well, I'm going to do some more content videos after I've spoken to you guys. So I thought, let me top up and talk to you. Got me wig over there, so I'm going to put that on afterwards. Let's get into it. So for me, the topic I'm going to talk to you about is the fact that there's so much hate right now through social media, and not just about, everyday things and mundane things. It seems to be towards the LGBT. And it's one of those things that make me feel ever so worried about what the state of this world's going to be. And like, people are so busy and so pressed about what the LGBT is doing and how they're going about it and all that jazz. Should you not be worrying about your own business? You know what I'm saying? Bear with me while I put some eyeliner back to top up my dots. There we go. We got to keep them bad boys fresh. Yes, God. Freshen up, freshen up, freshen up, freshen them up. Yes, God, freshen them up. Freshen them up. The reason why I say that is because everybody's so busy being in everybody else's business, and who they lay with, and who they sleep with, and who they talk to, and who they're coupled with. Like, so many people are trying to pass bills, especially in politics, with the government. They're trying to pass so much stuff to basically take away from people who are just trying to live their lives. Me, myself, I'm trying to live my life. But there's so many people who are trying to take away from what it is to be a lesbian, or to take away from what it is to be part of the LGBT. And I've said this before on podcast episodes and things like that, where people are so pressed about the LGBT that they don't actually know the truth of the LGBT. They just want to put, their hateful thoughts out there and their hateful actions out there to harm people and to hurt people, because they have this stupid notion that they have in their heads, because it's fueled because of, you're going to hell and all that kind of thing. That's what's going out here now. And it's just ridiculous. Like, keep your thoughts and your notions to yourself. Like, Jesus, your mom taught you back in the day, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, then don't say it at all. Like, why are you speaking? Like, why are you being that much of a... Why? At this point, you literally don't have anything else to do, do you? Do you? So this is why I turn around and say to people, like, what's going on? But there's been a lot of hate towards the trans community, a lot of hate to the non-binary community, a lot of hate to all different parts of the community. It's like, people, do you even know what the community stands for? You turn around and say, and even people within our own community are turning backs on the trans community, considering if it wasn't for a black trans woman, y'all wouldn't have pride. But I just want to point out, like, the way in which the media is escalating this fury of, the LGBT is, they're trying to, do this to children and blah, blah. Do you even know what the LGBT stands for? We out here loving kids. No, not everybody is a bad apple. Not everybody's out here trying to hurt kids, harm kids, prey on kids. No, don't get it twisted. There are bad apples, but in every community that is on this planet. But we don't generalize. We shouldn't be generalizing and making it sound like, because there's one bad apple, then everybody in that mix is that way. That's not how it works. That's not how it's supposed to work. You get me? And for me, I just find it really sad, because I'm just like, damn, I'm just trying to go about my own business. I don't bother with people. If anybody knows me, knows I just do things how I feel fit. Like, I am my own person. I do what I want to do, how I want to do it. And I'm happy in that respect. You know what I mean? And I feel like when people see people happy, especially like in the LGBT, we're loved up, we're booed up, for some of us, we're just enjoying life the best which way that we can. It's like people have problems with people having happiness. It's like this jealousy, that green-eyed monster. Like, why are you hating because I'm happy? Why are you hating that there's a problem? Why are you hating that somebody is living their truth, not worrying about you and your business, but you're in our business, but we don't care about what you do, so why do you care so much what we do? And then you get pissy when it comes to, you know, like Sam Smith, when they are doing their routines and dance routines and stuff, when it comes to music, and like Lil Nas X. I hear people talking about this stuff when it comes to the LGBT. Oh my God, look what they're doing. Do you not remember the 90s and the early 2000s? To the people who are probably going to come across this and say, oh, you're wrong, do you know, I don't care. Do you not remember the 2009? There was girls twerking in half-naked clothes, not worrying about a damn thing, but you had no problem with that because it was boobs and some booty. You didn't bother about that. But the moment you see someone from the LGBT, oh, no, that's not good. No. Why? You literally told the LGBT on so many occasions that you're going to hell for who you are. Lil Nas X did a video exactly what you said to us and the community. He played on the words that you said, and there you go. You have people turning around calling us demonic. You literally told us that we're demons and we're going to hell and we're an abomination. So when we make plays on words of being those exact same things, you have a problem with that? Please make that make sense, please. Please make that make sense, because that don't make sense to me at all. No ma'am. Because at the end of the day, why are you pressed? Why? Why are you pressed? I just want to know why. Like, why are you so hurt that people are just living in their truths? Why are you trying to turn all these bills and swoop, there it is. Oh, it's on my bonnet. Oh. Why are you trying to make all these bills happen? Why are you trying to minimize everything that we've worked hard for? Why are you going for people? And it makes me laugh because people will always turn around and say things about the children. You don't care about the children. You really don't. Because I think some of you have forgotten that the majority of us in the LGBT, we have kids. We have kids. I have a kid. The majority have kids and we love kids. But it makes me laugh where people go, oh, wow, you know, there's an agenda. You know, you're trying to turn these kids. You're trying to harm these kids. Funny, because before a child comes out the womb, be that boy or girl, let's start it off there. Boy or girl, what's the first thing you do? You got to find blue for a boy, right? And pink for a girl. You can't swap them because blue's seen as masculine and pink's seen as feminine. But you know, that's where it starts. And then from that point, when the baby comes out of the womb, you automatically put gender roles on those kids. You do know that, right? You know, the little boys are got to be playing with the vans and the lorries and the trucks and we got to do the muscle man and WrestleMania, blah, 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 and the cars, whatever. Girls are taught to, you know, play with baby dolls and have Wendy houses and cooking kitchens and iron this, blah, 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 right? Then when them kids start to get older, possibly about toddler age, right? You start saying, like, you know, if you've got a friend who's got a little boy and the friend's got a little girl, oh, don't they make a nice couple? You've already started it. Right? Then from that point, it goes from there to being Disney, right? I ain't got a problem with Disney, but a lot of you will be like, oh, wow, you know, you'll find your Prince Charming, you'll find a lovely boy one day and da-da-da. You automatically put on a girl that she's got to act a certain way, be a certain way, look a certain way so that she can get the boy. Whereas you say to the man, you don't need to do nothing. You just got to be the one that she attracts because that's her job, that's her role. So you've already done that. And then the sexualization that comes from everything else is a simple fact that you push these young boys to go out there and get what you want in women. You don't realize what you're doing, and that's in turn why those boys turn out to be piggish men. That's what you do. But we have a gay agenda, apparently, a gay agenda. But from birth, up until they get older, you already push this narrative. Why do you think there are so many people, especially women, who turn around and say this stuff? What do you think? Tell me I'm lying. I'm going to leave you with that thought. Deuces. Nah, I wasn't going to leave you like that. Nah, I'm going to continue my tour. But like I said, I would never leave you like that. Because remember, I told you I'm getting ready. So, this is why I say what I say. Too many people love to say that the LGBT is sexualizing children, but you've been doing that since the moment they've come out of the womb. And you do it with clothes, you do it with accessories, you do it with toys, you do it with stories, you do it with books, you do it with so much. You push that on them. And when they get older, you wonder why they turn out the way they turn out. And that's not all kids, but that's not all parents and all kids, but the majority of parents and majority of kids, because that was me. And, you know, people always say, like, you know, the LGBT are, you know, they're pervs, they shouldn't be around kids and blah, blah, blah. Okay, then, with that notion, if you want to generalize the whole of the LGBT, let's go into it further. Why don't you keep the same energy with preachers and the creepy uncles that you have in your family? Let's keep that energy. Why don't you keep that same energy where you have to make little girls, and some little boys, yeah, make sure they have to change their clothes when a certain family comes over, a certain family member comes over because of the way their energy is. If you know that that family member in your life is a bit sleazy and a bit creepy, why would you allow that around your kid? But you want to come for the LGBT. And again, I had that family member around me and I was like, no, don't like how this is going. But, you know, we can get into this all day, right? But so many people want to come for the LGBT. It's ridiculous at this point. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Why are you so pressed by the LGBT? May I ask? Why? And I know what it is. It's fear. False evidence of hearing real. And I'm going to say that because of Uncle Zig. Uncle Zig Ziglar. Because that's what fear stands for. False evidence of hearing real. The media loves to put into your minds a certain notion, a certain feeling that these people are going to attack you. They're going to hurt you. They're going to do this to their children. Why don't you talk to us? Why are we taking the crap from the media and social media, making us look and seem as though we are these evil entities? But in actual fact, if we actually banded together, you'd realize that we all should be together, stand together, and be at one together. Don't you think that would be it? Would that not make sense? I don't know about you, but that would make sense to me. Because why are you worried about something that's never going to happen? Oh, I know. That's because you've been told to. Like everything. Be that a different religion, a different way of life, how people are different. Because different has always been told or been taught to be the wrong thing. I like being different. I like that I don't stand with other people. I stand on my own, like stand out on my own. I don't want to conform to society. But this hate that people have towards the LGBT needs to stop. It really does. Because we ain't do nothing to you. We ain't doing anything. What do you think we're trying to do? We're just trying to live our best lives. But it's funny because the same people that turn around and say, oh, we can't stand the LGBT, they got an agenda. You're the first ones to watch RuPaul's Drag Race. You're the first ones to go, yes, bitch, click your nails, clack a fan, do all the slang and all the stereotypes, try and find yourself a gay best friend or whatever. You know, you want to experiment with somebody from this side and whatever, but we're the abomination and the problem. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Do you not see the hypocrisy? And it makes me laugh because it will always be the same kind of people that hate the LGBT for no flipping reason. You hate for what? Just say that you're scared. I don't know what you're scared of, but just say that you're scared. Say it was instilled in you. Say that you were indoctrinated as a kid to know that this was wrong because your parents told you. They may have used religion to scare you and tell you it ain't right to be this way. I'd rather people said that and were owning up to their truth than come onto social media or go through the media and show slander and be disrespectful. And I also want to throw this out here, and this will be one of my final points as I put my wig on. Hold on. One of my final points. Okay. One of my final points. Let me get my brush. Okay, this will be one of my final points because I've noticed there are some sellouts. Now, let me explain what a sellout is, babies. Let me explain what a sellout is. You see, you have these people out here in these streets, right? People out here in these streets who feel the need that they have to pander to the majority audience in order for them to be seen, i.e. pick me massa. Pick me massas. Pick me's. Pick me. Don't like them, but like me. I'm not like them, but pick me's. The ones who are part of the community that hate on different parts of the community. But if it wasn't for certain parts of the community, you wouldn't have a community. So yes, the pick me masses. So if you're watching this pick me masses, go, okay. You need to stop. You look ridiculous. No one's going to pick you because eventually they still know what you are. You're still gay. You're still whatever you are. And you're out here starting ish for what? You're going on TV shows and you're doing stuff on social media just to create a stir. Why? What do you think you're going to gain out for it? Because you know eventually, once you start being a pick-me and you know you may start to grow a backbone, okay? Maybe when you start to grow a backbone, you'll realize what you're doing is wrong and then you'll step aside. And then what's going to happen when the community that you're bashing, the one that helped you, the one that's been there for you, the one that you're a part of, turns around and goes, no, we don't want you in here. And when I say that, because I have said many a times, if there is a bad apple in my community, I'll say I don't claim them. Because I don't. But there's bad apples in all cases, in all shapes and ways. You shouldn't be generalizing when it comes to people. It's that simple. But these pick-me masters have got to a point, woo, baby, that's cute. These pick-me masters have got to a point where they don't even know how to be their original selves anymore. Lord, that's a lot of hair. It's a lot of hair. It's a lot of hair. But, you know, it's funny to me because I'm like, why would you sell your soul? And this is the other thing that people don't seem to understand. To the people who are in our communities, the ones who keep selling their souls just to be seen and get views, do you feel happy? Are you truly happy that you sold your soul to be seen and to be heard in a certain way, even though you've lost the camaraderie of your fellow LGBT friends? How does that make you feel? How does that make you feel? Because I'm telling you, there's going to come a point where karma is an absolute bitch and she's going to come back and she's going to look at you and she's going to say to you, don't you wish you had the support now? And you're going to look back and go, oh my God, I'm all alone. And being alone is not what you want in life, is it? Because no one wants to just be alone. Yes, we are born into this world alone and we die alone. But nobody wants to generally be on their own for the rest of their lives. So tell me, is this the life you want to live? And to the people that continue to hate the community, is this the life you want to live? Because actually look deep down in your soul to see why you hate a community for who they are. Because I'm telling you, it's not truly who you are, it's the way you were raised. That's deuces.